welcome to an episode of MCTD's Outdoor Adventures. We are here at Cedar Creek State Park. We are checking out the area. Haven't been here before. Want to see what it has to offer, where we could camp out, and what we would need to bring and make a game plan for later in the year. So come join us and see what we can find. Alright guys, we have found the camping area for anybody that's through hiking. If you're coming out here, you can go canoeing down the river, you can bike the trail, you can hike it, and this is a free spot to stay for the night if you're going to be heading out then in the morning. They've got some really nice places to be able to park, keep your vehicle as well, so it might be something where we can come and do a short, 1 or 2 night overnighter. We have some nice sleeping pads that are here, nice and flat, to set up a tent, which will be good. Don't like setting it up on anything that's real rocky or real hilly, just for simplicity with the tents themselves. But then if the weather should be really bad or anything, they also have some lodging that we can stay in as well. It's kind of like a split lodge, which is really nice. Give you some extra shelter, things of that nature. Good fire pits, some tables to sit under, picnic tables that are out in the open for when it's nice, and some with some shelters as well. Again, if the weather is inclement, just gives you a little bit of extra protection. I want to make sure that everybody knows is leave no trace. That's something you'll hear us say a lot, and you can see whoever was here last does not know or does not follow that. Make sure that anything that you bring in, trash and otherwise, goes out with you. Try to make it even better than you left it, or that you found it. Leave it nice and neat for whoever's coming, whether it's other travelers coming through or the wildlife that lives here. This is their home. So we'll go over and take a look at both of the half shelters that they have built up and make a plan for either staying on one of the pads if they're not available, or if the weather's bad, we can make a plan for staying in the other shelters as well. So let's go take a look. For the most part, when we come out and we are hiking, camping, backpacking, whatever the case may be, there's usually all 5 of us here, myself and my husband and all 3 of the kids, because we like to do things as much as we can as a family whenever we're going out. So this one's a little bit bigger. It doesn't have a front to it, but it does give you some protection from wind and weather on 3 sides. Good for spring, fall camping when the weather doesn't always cooperate with us. The only thing is the fire pit's kind of out in the open. We'd have to make some adjustments there depending on weather. We always keep a backup though if we can't do a camp fire. We always have some backup gear that we can use. We'll do some reviews on that later on in some other videos as well. They have one more over here, a little bit more enclosed. We'll take a look at that. Alright, so this is the second one that they have. A little bit more, log cabin style, which is pretty nice. They also have a fire pit built in so that you don't have to worry about the weather at all, which is really nice. Seems like every time that we've ended up going out, it's supposed to be nice, so we plan for it, but we end up having to improvise as well because the weather sets in. Last year when we went out, it rained 5 out of 7 days, so we'll be showing you some things that we do to make sure that we're prepared for that as well. Having something like this around is one of the first things that we look for when we're going out on the trails, just for our own safety. Looking at this one's a little bit smaller, so while there is some more coverage here, a little bit easier to make some food, the other one's a little bit bigger, so something we'd have to consider as well when we're looking at 5 people. Just take a look around though, and keep seeing what we can find, and have a good idea of what we'd be looking at camping overnight and what we'd be looking at for the trail, and mark some spots that we can start and stop for weekend trips, and then for maybe a little bit longer down the road. Let's go take a look.
Yeah, so you